सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् सर्ववेदान्तसिद्धान्त गोचरं तमगोचरं गोविन्दं परमानन्दं सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् सदैव दत्तोऽयमितिह चैकता विरोधधर्मान् समपास्य कथ्यते यथा तथा तत्त्वमसीति वाक्ये विरोधधर्मानुभयत्र हित्वा संलक्ष्यचिन्मात्रतया सदात्मनो अखण्डभावः परिचीयते बुधैः एवं महावाक्यशतेन कथ्यते ब्रह्मात्मनोरैक्यमखण्डभावः। Examples they make things to be understood easily. That is the reason why there are so many examples in this scripture. There are so many examples. So when the differences are resolved, the differences between the Lord and the individual, when the differences are resolved, the truth reveals itself. This resolution of the differences, that depends upon the person's effort. You have to understand the reality. What you can do and what you cannot do. You should be very clear about it. Do you ever expect your eyes to hear? Nobody expects like that, Nobody expects. Because they know the eyes have been endowed with the capacity to see. In fact, people don't pay attention toward this also. They are seeing, they are hearing, they are working, there's just life runs like this. So, and when there is difficult situations, they are not able to handle it. So what can be done given this condition of the body and what cannot be done should be very clear. And if you keep trying to change what you cannot, then you'll suffer your entire life. So where what can be done and where what cannot be done should be very clear about it. Given the restrictions, external world, your capacity, you can bring about some changes, and that's the reason why the human beings have brought so many changes in this world. Nothing wrong in bringing changes, but being dependent on those changes becomes the problem. Being dependent on those changes. This is how it happens, A thing which was not there once upon a time becomes necessity for you. Without that you cannot live. This is what the dependence. Without so many things, people cannot live. Somebody is having support just a cycle. Without cycle, this fellow cannot go. Somebody is having a motorcycle. Without motorcycle, he cannot go. So this is how it happens. Things become the master of the people, not the usual objects. They become the master. So, nature of life, the nature of the activities, the nature of the unseen factor, everything is got to be clearly understood by the people. And with respect to the relationship also, which is very important, with respect to relationship also, a person has to be very clear about things, because this is how makes people very weak. You need someone to be around, to be comfortable. This is what the need of the. So that's the mental need. It's not the physical need of the people. I need somebody to be around me so that I'll be happy. These are the problems which do hunt the people throughout their life, and this is how they live. And the scripture says hardly anybody tries to grow out of all these things. It's the blessing of the Lord, you can say, the unseen factor that is responsible for somebody to try to get out of the problems. This is all not the problems that can be solved externally. No, there is no question of any solution. No object is available in this world which can remove your sorrow, remove your fear. No object is there. So it is the same. It is the same humanity. It is the same humanity. Somebody is coming out and he is praying. There are people, maximum people, and you can say there is no Lord, etc. You do whatever you can do and enjoy your life. That's what they say. Enjoy your life, they will say. But enjoyment is so difficult. They also know, but they don't. They don't pay attention towards this. Prayer has got certain value. It can help you, and there should be some Lord behind the creation, etc. These things do not occur to them. It doesn't happen. That is the nature of the creation. What can you do? So those who understand this, they feel fortunate. And those who do not understand this, and sometimes they get things of this world, some things of this world, money, etc., they also feel fortunate. Somebody is giving donation, he is feeling fortunate, and somebody is stealing money and he is feeling fortunate. So what can you do? It's the same world. Hmm. But somebody is interested in one thing and another person is not interested in that thing. So this is how the humanity, all the time it's like this. And this is for once. This is for once. Whatever you are going to do is it is for once only. And that once, you can say today, and today also you can say now itself, because future is not sure. For nobody future is sure. So example is given. Sadeva Dattu. Here, see, you had a friend called Devadatta, named Devadatta, and you hadn't seen him for last 15 years, let's say, and suddenly he's around you. You meet that person, and you have got another friend also, and you are not able to recognize properly. So the friend nearby you, he tells, "Do you know this is that Devadatta? This is that person." So this is that person when he says, you remember the figure of this person of that time, 15 years back, how he was looking and how he is looking. You see, and now you give up the differences. That time he looked like this, and today he is looking like this. All these lookings, when these are removed, what remains is the individual. The individual has not changed. Appearances have changed. So individual remains the same similarly. This is how the understanding takes place. Your understanding with respect to the Lord has to be clear. Similarly, your understanding about yourself has got to be clear. Your understanding about yourself is, see, there is a body. Everybody has got a body. And body means the universality will be there. Universal, any creation means universality will be there. Air means air is there like this everywhere. Wherever you go, air will be like this. You go anywhere. Wherever you go, water will be like this. So wherever you go, a tree will be like this. Any flower will be like this. Similarly, wherever you go, the body will be like this. Understanding should be very clear. Any body means will be like this alone. Human body, maybe dark complex or white complex, whatever it is. Tall, short, doesn't matter. But human being is the same thinking, same remembering past, same forgetting, same hunger, same thirst. So the other things are also there. Somebody is having in some better position, somebody is in a very poor condition. So varieties of social status that is also there. So all these things you are bound to experience. And when your attention is towards the reality, what I mean is, let's say somebody is an administrator, and somebody is a shopkeeper. Let's say an administrator, shopkeeper, small shop he has opened, and he's maintaining his family. Other person is an administrator. So the universality doesn't change. Let him be an administrator, but the human being, as a human being, he is the same. Similarly, this shopkeeper, he is also the same human being. And uncertainty applies equally to each and everybody in this world. Uncertainty about the future. Future is not sure because you have purchased so many things. Future is not sure because you have constructed a home. Future is not sure because you mm, have been admitted to a very good school or college, etc. Future means same. The nature of the future is same for each and everybody in this world. It doesn't find a difference between rich and poor. There's no question of learned person or ignorant person, etc., with respect to future. So this aspect has got to be clearly assimilated. Suppose future is uncertain. What should if you thoroughly understand the future is uncertain, what should you depend upon? You just tell me. What should you depend upon? Nothing. You can't depend upon anything. If future is uncertain, and true, that's true because incidents we have seen in past. Everybody has experienced this all the time. Future is uncertain for everybody. So when it is uncertain, how can you depend upon things of this world, things and people of the world? This is how the understanding and this uncertainty about the future, it is universal in nature. It's not for me and you. It is for the newborn child also. Next day may not be there for the child. So this reality people are not awake to. They just take it for granted. They just take it for granted. Yeah, I'll do this. I can do this next year, or maybe after 5 years, I'll do this. Everybody plans. That's why I sometimes say, see, you are planning, no, nothing wrong in planning, but plan in such a way that you uh, plan completely. Let me say, somebody is planning. Yes, I've got a child. The child, I will get it admitted into a good school. Okay, well, no problem. And then he will study very nicely. I'll give tuition, etc. So many people will teach the person, and then slowly he will get a job. After passing out, he will get a job, a very nice job. Hmm. So white collar job, they say. Somebody is having a few more a large number of cattlemen, white collar job. So that's okay. This is how people they try to remain happy. They try to remain happy, forgetting the reality. Okay. So now he will get a job, then he will live comfortably. Don't stop there. What I mean is, don't stop your story at that level. Child is just 6 or 7 year old. Okay, he will get a good job, fine. Then he will get married, and he will beget children. So when your son has got children, you understand about yourself. If the Lord permits, what will be your condition at that time? And if you further, you shouldn't stop there. Your story shouldn't stop there. Then after the son getting a child, the child also he will rear up the child, and the child will grow. It will study, and the same child, the son, grandson will get married, and that time your child who is studying now in class 7, 8, or whatever it is. So, what will be the figure of that child? What is the look of that child? Your son. He will be around, let's say, 60 and all, and whatever your condition. And further, you should lengthen the story, elongate the story a bit. What do you do? Then your will grandchild will get married. Okay, when the grandchild it is getting married, what will be your condition? Think, complete the story. What will be the condition of your son when the grandchild is having a child getting it married? What will be the condition of your son? So all these things should be very clear. So nothing, nothing flowery about it. Things are as they are. Expecting is nothing wrong. The expectation is the reality of the human mind. But wild expectation create problem. Hmm? And that strengthens the ego. Wild expectations, they strengthen the ego. Yes, I'll be there and I'll do everything. No problem. You come to me. This is how people say. I have visited a very good doctor and I'm sure the disease will be cured. No, there are wild expectations. So you have to assimilate thoroughly. Without cooking, also people lived. Today, also, there are places where people don't cook and they eat things from outside and they sleep. It's possible to live without cooking. It's possible. So, why do you think that because you knew how to cook, you did a very big thing? Or the future will be certain because you knew the cooking? So people are not awake to the reality. Generally, people are not awake to the reality. If somebody is not awake, it is his problem. I cannot make you happy, but I can do one thing. I can remain happy. I can't make you happy, and you are going to be. You are also going to be happy, provided you think in the right direction. Doing is immaterial. I tell you, what you do is immaterial. A person who is a beggar, he may be happy. Or the person who is a millionaire, he's having a lot of money, he may be unhappy. And generally, they are unhappy because they have the thought of losing things. See, so much of he's having an empire, they call it. He's having an empire, a huge uh, amount of money he has got, so many establishments, etc., factories, and all these things. How does anything belong to you? You have not paid attention to this. So many people have used this world. Nobody has taken anything along with them. So how these things belong to you? Yeah, you happen to do something. Well, no problem. But why do you think that this belongs to me? This is a universal problem. You can get out of it if you so wish. If you don't wish, well, it will be deep rooted with you, and you will suffer because of that. And if somebody is telling you this belongs to you, you feel happy. What nonsense you guys say? Nobody tells, of course, I can just speak. The air belongs to you. Will you be happy? The air belongs to you. No, I know air doesn't belong to me. Similarly, you have to understand that nothing belongs to you, and simultaneously, nothing belongs to anybody. Things are near people. Okay, things are near people. In fact, these human beings, they have registered a piece of land in the name of somebody. Name of somebody. He can sign, etc. See? Mm. The earth is registered in so many names. They're selling the earth also. Where the earth is going away, I do not know. These people are just jumping and doing this and that, and they are mixing the same earth after some time. Yes, you sell, you purchase, no problem. But understand, this is for transaction purpose only, and nothing belongs to anybody. The earth is there from time immemorial, and it will remain in the future also. But those who are using the world, they will be there. So, nothing wrong in using the objects of the world, but understanding that these things belong to me is the problem, or to belongs to anybody. So, however, the question of general jealousy, if everything belongs to the world, what is the question of jealousy, including the knowledge? I tell you, somebody is very brilliant and I am not. No problem. Knowledge belongs to the world. Knowledge belongs to the system. If your understanding is correct, no, you'll be free. And if your understanding is not correct, you will suffer your entire life. So it is the purpose of this scripture is to remove misunderstanding with respect to yourself. You have got your concept about yourself. So you are the son of so and so. Fine. For this life alone, you should add that for this life alone, my parents are there. And before I was born, also, they were not my parents. They were there in this earth. But before I was born, they were not my parents. And similarly, I don't talk about all these things after 1000 years or so. So this relationship has got to be understood. Being grateful is not a problem. One should be grateful actually, because this body has come into being through two persons as per the wish of the Lord. So it takes time to remove varieties of misunderstanding with respect to oneself, with respect to the external world, with respect to one's expectations and all. So with respect to the Lord also, Lord also, you have to remove the confusion. So many confusions. You see, varieties of lords all over the world. Because so when something is not visible, to the sense organs. So when sense organs are not able to appreciate something, naturally there will be imagination, and varieties of imaginations will be there. So with respect to the Lord as the cause of the creation, there will be varieties of imaginations. Anything human beings can imagine. There is no end to it. There are no end to the imaginations. So you have to remove your confusion with respect to the Lord also. Can the Lord make the water, make the heat, make the fire cool? No. Why? Because this is not the law. You have to do very clear. Even if there is a Lord, whoever he may be, hmm, whoever he may be, even if there is a Lord, he cannot make fire cool. He cannot make iron soft. He cannot make cotton hard. All these things you have to know very clearly. Things are bound by nature, and nature is the manifest form of the Lord. So if they change their nature, you cannot behave in the society, you cannot transact in the society. There will be disturbances. In fact, all the disturbance in the external world in the form of deluge or flood, heat wave, etc., and wind, cold, storm, cyclone, etc., all these things, they have got their own law also. Every disturbing phenomenon has got its own law. Just like the comfortable situation, uncomfortable situations also have got the law. They cannot cease to exist. They are bound to be there. Just like I have said many times, truth is coming out of your mouth means there will be pain. That's the reality. You have to understand it. And the coming up of the truth is the nature. You have to go along with that. So each and every change the body undergoes, the external world undergoes, For a mature person, this is how it is supposed to be. That's why whatever has happened, how tough it is to swallow, you can understand. Whatever has happened in this world, I don't know the beginning of the creation, but whatever has happened till now, it is perfect. I should understand it is perfect. There may be so many disturbances. For example, some thief is there, he is doing wrong things. A thief is there, he steals property from others. That is his profession. He has taken that as his profession. There are disturbing people you know very well. In every society, you will find some goon. They are given the name goon. Disturbing people. Goons are disturbing people. So that is the nature. So if you keep complaining about these things, then it is your problem. If you say why there is a tiger in the creation, it is your problem. Tiger is there. You try to remain safe at a safe distance from the tiger. That you can do. But you can't say these things should be there. Who am I to tell this? These things should be there, this shouldn't be there. Who am I to tell this? Similarly, the disturbing people, you can stay away from them, but they are supposed to be there. There's a reason they are there. Just like accidents and all, they shouldn't happen, you can think. You may think, you are free to think, but they do happen. Similarly, varieties of diseases, they have been given name disease. In fact, some change in the body. Because people don't like, they call it disease. They call it disease. Old age is not a disease. They don't call old age a disease. Because old age is universal. Cough, cold, fever, etc. not universal. Sometimes it happens to somebody and it doesn't happen to somebody also. But each and every change that is going to happen external in the external world or inside your own body or mind, whatever it is, everything is within the law and they are bound to happen like this if you keep thinking in this direction. This way alone will save you. Now, of course, when you think about the reality of the world, you know when everybody is going to leave one day, nothing should be very important for me. Nothing in this world should be very important for me because here I'm not going to stay. I know I'm not going to stay here. I'm going to your house, for example. I know that after some time I'm coming out of your house. Why should I get fascinated because of things which are there in your house? Similarly, why should I get fascinated because of some small little things that are there in this world? People have brought about so many changes and they get fascinated. You see, you might have seen people putting some leaves and flowers in their head and dancing. They are getting fascinated. They're doing a big thing, etc. So you try to remain where you are not supposed to. You try to be there where you are not supposed to. You can't expect the evening not to come. Evening is bound to come. So when you are awake to this reality, nothing wrong in using whatever is usable in this world, but being awake to the reality keeps you comfortable. And if you expect against the reality, it is your problem. Reality is not going to change. So, and that sort of a mind that accepts everything, because if non-acceptance means sorrow, non-acceptance means you are going against the law. Law means the Lord. So when you are in unison with the Lord or the universe, laws of the universe, you are ready for this knowledge. And the knowledge says this creation, sustenance, and destruction, these are the three aspects of the creation, and that all these three aspects are false in nature. The truth is consciousness. And you are also the same consciousness, it's not different. Even though the body, mind, sense complex, they fall within the laws. They are within the domain of the universal laws. The eyes are bound to obey the law. The ears are bound to obey the law. Each and every bone is bound to obey the laws. I understand all these things and I remain comfortable because this is a law. then I'm free. And just like who is doing what, let's say, who is doing what in life, who is doing what, how much money, etc. You can just imagine. People, they wandered in the forest, okay? Once upon a time, people wandered in the forest. Who got what? No, he collected this many mangoes and he didn't get anything. He got a few. This is how the life of each and everybody in this world. Everybody is going to collect something from the forest. Somebody got this. Why? Because the Lord's wish. Somebody didn't get, okay, Lord. So you can part with whatever you have got. You can give something because somebody doesn't have it. And you know it's not yours. The Lord's wish was there, so you could get this today. Maybe tomorrow you are not going to get it. Who knows? So when you are having something, feel fortunate that you got something, and somebody doesn't have this. You can be compassionate towards this person. Oh, you don't have that. Take this. That's why the doles are there. No, the donations things are there. Why? Because everybody is not entitled to get everything. So using the word, one should feel happy because the Lord has given the opportunity to use. But I want to continue this eternally. That's the problem. No need. I have to again and again understand this very clearly that no need to use the same thing. Sometimes I say, yesterday what did you do? Yesterday we woke up in the morning, we brushed our teeth, etc. And then we had some food because hunger will be there. And then after doing this and that, you have your lunch, you call it lunch, same food at 1 o'clock or so. And then in the evening also, in between you do something, this and that. In the evening you eat and you sleep. Same thing happened day before yesterday. Then it has been happening till now. What else is going to happen in the future? The same thing. So why should you have a very strong desire to be here forever? So why should you have a desire that something big is going to happen in this world? Nothing. Or I am going to do something big in this world. These are all confusions. Yes, I'll do something, whatever the Lord has given the capacity, physical capacity, mental capacity, objects also, whatever the Lord has given. Something I can do, whatever I can do, I do. That sort of a disposition is required for the person to remain comfortable. Otherwise, what will happen? The ego will be very strong. The stronger the ego, the more the difficulties, more the sorrow. Stronger the ego. Because ego is based on false thinking. Ego is based on false thinking, wrong thinking. I will definitely come day after tomorrow. This is ego. And it is based on wrong thinking because you are taking the future to be granted. That's not going to happen. So, understanding the reality gives the strength and not hallucination, not imagination. So, the scripture equates you with the Lord of the universe. So, thoroughly analyzing the nature of this body, mind, sense complex, and thoroughly analyzing what should be the Lord, what should be the Lord, because just like you are seeing this body, you are able to see the body and nature of the body, nature of the mind, and all you can see, but you cannot see this is the Lord and He is doing this and that. You can't say. So, Lord, you have to analyze in keeping with the instructions of the scripture. The Lord, the scripture says that which is the cause of the creation, sustainer of the creation, and destroyer of the creation should be the Lord, is the Lord. So, you have to analyze how it is. And you have to solve the problem with respect to the Lord. You have to solve the problem because the Lord will never come and tell you that I am the Lord. So you have to solve the problem. You see that there are creations all over the universe. Creations taking place. Whether it is plant or whether it's animals, human creation is taking place. Construction, etc. Creation. Everywhere there is creation. And depending upon the nature of the object, there is sustenance. And then after some time, it undergoes such a change that you can't use it again. There is called destruction. So everywhere these three aspects are available. It is for you to pay attention to that. You have got a glass, suppose, a glass you purchased. So beginning has taken place. It has started being there, and when it get broken, the glass broke. That is the time, the right time for destruction. There is no complete destruction of anything in this universe, but relatively. So you have to be awake to this reality. In all these three forms, the Lord is there. If you only like the sustenance and you don't like the destruction, it is your problem. Destruction will be there. So if you don't like any construction will be there. So many things happened outside. There are so many things happening outside. I don't like all these things. Okay, fine. You may not like, but things do happen. I don't want people to drink with you. It's your wish. Doesn't matter, but things do happen. Nobody bothers about what you what you think. It is better for you to take care of yourself rather than going around and correct others. That doesn't take this. Okay, so life is not so long that you can bring about so many changes and all. If you could do this for yourself, that's the biggest thing that you can do. That's the last thing also. So it is possible if somebody is interested. We'll see next. Rest of the time we'll meditate. Sit straight, close your eyes. I'll take the names of various parts of the body. Look at those parts. Left foot, the toes, knee, left thigh, right foot, the toes, right knee, right thigh, stomach, chest, back, right palm, the fingers, right elbow, right arm, right shoulder, left palm, the fingers, left elbow, left arm, the left shoulder, neck, back side of the head, right ear, right cheek, left ear, left cheek, mouth, nose, right eye, left eye, forehead, top of the head, the hair, the entire body. This is how the look of the body. It has got to be like this because this is the wish of the Lord. Nobody is responsible for that. I deserve to have this body. That's the reason why the Lord has given this type of a body, whether it's male or female. The time of the birth of this body is given. This time alone, this body has to come from the very day of conception. The lifespan the body has, it is given by the Lord. Each and every change the body is going to undergo is given by the Lord. I accept this body completely as it is because this is how it is supposed to be. Similarly, I accept each and every other body in this world, each and every other thing in this world. I accept the mosquitoes, the flies, the crocodile, the deer, the goat, and everything I accept because these things are supposed to be there. I live judiciously, staying away from difficulties definitely. But if difficulties come, I understand this wish of the Lord and I accept the difficulties. And I'm happy as well that the body is going to come to a full stop after some time. Whenever it is fine because that is what the nature of each and every body. I don't have any objection towards that, and my objection also is immaterial. It doesn't matter much. Meaningless. Meaningless. I mean. So I accept the entire world, the universe as it is. See how the respiration is taking place. Lord, air is keeping this body alive moment to moment. We don't do anything to live because we live, therefore we do things. So be grateful to the air that is keeping this body alive. Pay attention how it is entering into the body and coming out each and every moment. Mental worship. Imagine any form of the Lord. Human beings, they cannot remain comfortable without the system. This is the system that is given by our scriptures, our ancestors. You have to relate to the Lord in order to be comfortable. Every form is the form of the Lord. Your imagination also is the form of the Lord. Sorry, imagine any form, that being the Lord. Put a flower at the feet of the Lord, prostrate in front and pray. Oh Lord, give me the capacity to accept whatever I cannot change. Give me the capacity to change whatever I can change. And may I know in each and every situation what I can change and what I cannot change. Doing salutations to the Lord again and again. Om Namah Shivaya, I am chanting. You just hear, you don't have to chant yourself. When you hear the chanting takes place, being grateful to the Lord, that's what the Om Namah Shivaya means. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 The cause cannot be away from the effect. After creation of the pot, the clay cannot stay away. It has got to be in and through the pot. Everywhere in the pot, the clay has got to be there. Inside the pot, outside the pot. The weight of the pot is the weight of the clay. In fact, so the entire pot is clay. Similarly, the entire universe is consciousness. One consciousness pervading the entire universe, the human beings, the trees, the stone, ocean, mountain, star, moon, everything is one consciousness. Just like in the dream, it is one consciousness. Similarly, in the waking state also, it is one consciousness, looking like so many things. Everything is consciousness. Free from birth and free from any change whatsoever. Looks like there are so many changes, but there is no change whatsoever. There hasn't been any wave, it is water alone. Similarly, there is consciousness alone, and there hasn't been anything. Om Swasti Prajabhyah Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahishaha O Brahmanebhyah Shubha Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Kale Varshatu Parjanyah Prithvi Sasya Shalini Deshoyam Shobharahitah Brahmana Santu Nirbhayaha Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु, सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु, सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु, सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्, असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।